Where are we going to now?
Went to jam.
I told the girl that you should treat her like a lady, and she told me all the things you did and it was shady, man. She said that what you say and what you do are different things, but you were telling me that you were checking out the blingy rings.
Hey, it's great to see y'all tonight. You put your hands together with us. Come on, sing it if you know it. There you go. Come on. I wish you could see me now. I wish I could show you how I'm not who I was. Used to be mad at you, all the hurts I do, but I'm not who I was. Found my way around to forgive you some time ago, but I never got to tell you. Yeah, pull back time, hold on for the southern sky, breathe in the familiar shot, confusion and chaos. All those people going somewhere. Why have I never cared? Give me your eyes, just one second. Give me your eyes so I can see everything that I keep missing. Give me your love, let me in. Give me your arms, broken-hearted, the ones that far beyond my reach. Give me your heart for the ones forgotten. Give me your eyes so I can see. Yeah. Come on, yeah. Pessimistic people that will holler at me and they'll say, a prayer doesn't save anybody. Well, wow, don't you have a keen insight to the obvious? No, a prayer doesn't save anybody. Jesus saves, but I'm going to tell you something. Anybody that does get saved by Jesus, pray. Oh, what'd you do? Call God up on your cell phone? What'd you do? Email him? Text messaging? No, but I can tell you this. He text messaged you in the holy word of God, and in Romans chapter 10, verse 13, he said, whoever calls on the name of the Lord will be saved. That's the word of God. I want to invite all of you right now to bow with me in a reverent posture of worship with your heads bowed and your eyes closed. I can lead you in this prayer. You can repeat it after me. You can say it out loud in a whisper or in the silence of your mind. And if you mean it, God says he will save you. Here's the prayer. Just repeat it after me. Dear God, I know I'm a sinner. And I'm sorry. Tonight I turn away from my sin. And I turn to you, Jesus. And Jesus, from this moment on, I surrender to you as Lord. With your heads bowed and your eyes closed and nobody looking around, I want to talk to every one of you that prayed that prayer. I want you to listen carefully. If you prayed that prayer and you said that Jesus is your Lord, you're going to follow him. That means you need to obey him. You know what Jesus says about everyone who prays that prayer? Everyone who ever prays that prayer, Jesus said this in Matthew chapter 10, verses 32 and 33. Jesus said, if you confess me before men, I will confess you before my Father in heaven. But if you deny me before men, I'll deny you. You say, what does that mean? It's real simple. If you prayed that prayer and you really meant it, Jesus wants you to mention it. If you meant it, you mention it. If you meant it, you mention it. If you meant it, you mention it. Did you mean it? I believe that you did. Now listen to me. Right now is your opportunity to mention it. But I want to tell you, when I give you this instruction, the devil's going to tell you not to do it. Don't you listen to him. He wants to drag your soul to hell, and he's not going to get the victory in this place tonight. Don't you listen to him. You listen to Jesus. Jesus said to mention it. If you prayed that prayer and you really meant it right now, here's your opportunity to mention it boldly on the count of 3. Don't flinch. Don't hesitate. On the count of 3, I want you to boldly raise your hand straight up in the air. 1, 2, 3. Raise your hands in the air. Every one of you with your hands up. Every one of you with your hands up. I want you to take it one step further and look up here at me. Look up here at me. Did you really mean it? That if you really meant it, you know Jesus said, confess me before men. You know what that means? He wants you to publicly declare what you said in private prayer. And right now, for the glory of God, if you really meant it for the glory of God, let's let everybody in this place know you meant every word of what you said. And for the glory of God, boldly stand to your feet right now for the glory of God if you really meant what you said. Give it up.